Everybody go to breakfast.
Just let it spin, not be worried about him. Next time you know the truth, I think he's just meant for you.
Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking why you should do crochet hair all of 2024. You guys know I make this video every year, but I'm switching it up a bit. Crochet hair for sure, yes. Try it in 2024, give it a go, but I'm also including something I wore heavily in 2023, and that's V-part wig. So today's video is aptly titled Why You Should Try Crochet Braids and V-part Wigs as Your Protective Style in 2024. Now, you guys know I made a TikTok that kind of went like semi-viral for me. I got like half, if not most, of my followers on TikTok from that video. But a young lady had made a video. I'll just kind of put it on screen right now. We're still doing crochet styles in 2023. And then I just made a response to it because, of course, I'm going to make a response. I was still wearing crochet hair in 2023 and I continue to do it post then, but I gave multiple reasons for why we were doing it. And I got a lot of love and support. That video to this day still gets many and many views. I just got 5 comments in the last 24 hours on a video I think I posted April of 2023. So still a lot of interest in people somehow finding that video. I don't know if it's on their For You page a year later, but TikTok's algorithm is very weird. But I still wanted to post this long form video like I do every year to talk to you guys about why that's my protective style. Those both will probably be my protective styles looking ahead to 2024. And it's funny because every year I film this video, I do have straight hair. I do have my own hair out because January is silk press season for me. January and February are usually the only months that I will be wearing my own hair out, and then the rest is protective styles. I am a natural, but I'm not a heat trained natural. My hair wants to be curly or braided down for the most part. My hair does not want to be this way if there's heat outside. So I can only get away with straight hair when it's extremely cold. So January is when I filmed this video, and ironically, my hair isn't in a crochet style, but that doesn't mean that it won't be for the rest of the majority of this year. Without further ado, I've been talking long enough. We need to get into the reasons why and the rationale why. And the first thing, I made a goals video this year and I talked about how overconsumption needs to be something we all need to stop in 2024. Buying, spending money. It needs to be a hunkering down year, especially with 2024 being an election year. And those always can be dicey in terms of the economy. One thing that doesn't hurt the pockets is crochet hair. Crochet hair and V-part wigs. Again, some of the things, I have about 14 things and reasons on this list. Some of these are going to be for both. Some are going to be only for crochet and V-part units. But affordability. It's one of the main reasons I first got into crochet hair. We all know, we have seen the influx of TikToks, Instagram posts, videos, all about the unreasonability of a lot of stylists nowadays. The prices that they're choosing, the customer service that they're providing, ain't where it was with the old school stylists. Even myself, I got a silk press, but I went to somebody different. I love my stylist Tony, but this year I needed someone who works on the weekends. Tony doesn't work on Saturdays, nor does she work after I think 5. So if her hours are 9 to 5, my hours are 9 to 5. So if you don't work weekends and we work the same hours weekdays, I love them, but I gotta find somebody who can accommodate me. So I found, and I've done a good job of being able to find some people in Charlotte who can work after 5 and who do work on Saturdays, but it's still finding a rare nugget. Finding somebody who works the hours, is affordable, $100 deposits are not due, and all of that is it's a journey. Don't have to worry about that with crochet hair. I'm a DIYer. I've only gone to someone professionally do my crochet hair once, and it was a collaboration, so I didn't even pay for it. So I've never paid for anybody to do my crochet hair. So affordability on my end is free 99. Outside of buying the hair, very, very affordable as compared to silk presses nowadays that start at like 140. They start prices is at 140. Mine was a little bit affordable. Again, check out everything Bam on Instagram. She's the one who did mine if you're in the Charlotte area. Crochet hair for the most part is about, I'd say $5.99 a pack. You probably need about 4 or 5 packs to do a complete style. You're looking around $30, $35 at max for it. that. If you can find somebody who can braid your hair down, even better. If you can braid your own hair down, even better. We're talking, you're spending probably, I say on my end, $35 a month on hair, and then that's my only cost, and that's every single month. You times that by 12, what is that, like $600 a year, as opposed to some people who getting these knotless booty down braids for $600, and that's every 2 months. Switching gears to my V-part unit, this year my IC V-part unit was my unit of choice. I wore that thing down. It might not have translated a lot on these videos because I feel like Q4 of 2023, I didn't film as much content as I normally do, but I had that V-part unit on a lot. That IC unit cost me maybe 140, and it was a 26 incher, maybe even cheaper, maybe 120. $120 to $140 for a unit that I wore for a majority of 2023. $120. A hairstyle. That's a hairstyle right there. It cost me $120, $140. I also bought a U-Nice unit, which was also, I think, a little bit more expensive, maybe closer to 200. I don't wear that as much, and it's still, again, a lot less, a lot more affordable than a sew-in, a quick weave, all these other things. I can wear it over and over again. So as we look ahead into 2024 and we look for something that can save us money, crochet hair and even V-part units. And I'm going to say V-part, I know U-part. I don't know ever what the difference is. I guess the look of it, whether it's a U-shape part and a V part, either and both, you leave a little sliver of your hair out, maybe a little bit more with a U part, a little bit less with a V part, but with both units, a little bit of your hair is out. With both options as well, on top of the affordability, low maintenance. Low maintenance. I should have a shirt. I've been making shirts lately. I need to have one that says I'm a low maintenance gal when it comes to my hair specifically. Other things I might be a little more higher maintenance on. Hair itself, low maintenance. I'm a low maintenance kind of gal. And what that means for me is I ain't spending a lot of time in the mirror in the morning doing my hair. I'm not that person. I do spend a lot of time on my makeup. I feel like I go to my nail salon, get my nails done. Hair, I want to be 10 minutes and under. I really want it to be 2 minutes. That's what the last thing I do when I walk out of this house to go to work on the days I go in. I do my hair and I leave myself like a 5 minute window. I'm like, I need to walk out the door in 5 minutes. I set a timer for myself. If I'm not done, my hair gonna look like what it's gonna look like after 5 minutes. And I think with crochet hair, a lot of ease, especially if you choose the right hair. I have a whole video on my low maintenance or zero maintenance crochet styles. I'll link that up above. But with crochet hair, you have that ease of, you don't have that unpredictability of what you're going to look like in the morning. You kind of have an idea. This is how I'm going to look like. Leah looked like that during her first day thoughts, her 1 week thoughts, her final thoughts. I have a good sense of how I will look. Maybe I got to do a little detangling, but for the most part, this is a low maintenance style. And we love to see that. Flip side, same thing with V part. If you can manipulate your leave out, I love the V curly. I've been killing the curlies. I don't think I have ventured into the straight U parts just yet. I bought one, but I'm dyeing it and I'm in the process of dyeing it. The thing with my hair not being the color of most units, you do have to dye it. So I'm in the process of dyeing one straight unit. I'm only going to be able to wear that though January and February, and then my hair will not be straight anymore. So my V parts have of course been more curly. All I need to do is twist up my leave out and then untwist it, and we have that blended. It blends effortlessly with the unit itself. Put it on, looks incredible, blends the same. And again, on the lower maintenance side, I'm only styling a wee bit of my own hair, not my whole head. The third thing, weather susceptibility. Now, this is more with crochet hair than it is with U part, V part units, but crochet hair. Ooh, I missed crochet hair yesterday because yesterday was a rain out here in Charlotte. It was raining pretty much all of the morning and I had to go out. I couldn't stay in. It was a day I had to run my errands when he had a grooming appointment. Like, I couldn't stay in. Most of the time I choose a stay in day on a rainy day. Couldn't make that happen. And I'm looking like this on a rainy day for a non-heat trained hair where if a drop of water hits my hair, it's reverting. It's reverting. I could have used some crochet hair yesterday. Crochet hair is weather resistant. Water hitting my crochet hair. I don't even be wearing hoods half the time. People be like, "Oh, you need an umbrella?" No, I'm good. I have crochet hair in. That's what I always say. My coworkers, we were going to lunch one day last month, and they were like, "You need to be up under our umbrella." I have crochet hair in. No, The umbrella is the hair. Humidity for the southern girls, super southern girls. I'm in the South, but I'm not in the Florida South where that humidity is at 100%. Then Georgia, sometimes 100%. Humidity is bad here, but not as bad as when I'm in the Florida Keys. I can feel it. I can feel the humidity on my skin. My hair doesn't feel it. Crochet hair don't know what's going on. It don't know what the weather is. Speaking on both are very travel friendly options. I'm a travel girl. I'm a travel girl. I love being on a plane. I love being somewhere. I love going and seeing sights. And I traveled with both crochet hair and a V-part unit in 2023. I did most of my travels with crochet hair, of course. London, Paris, the beach vacations. And then the one time I wore my V-part unit was to Toronto and Niagara Falls. Now, going back to the weather susceptibility, maybe for the falls, that wig wasn't the best option. I was getting drenched. I was getting that was the equivalent of some rain hitting. Although the unit performed beautifully and everything was good and it wasn't a big deal, I forgot that I had put that Niagara Falls in there. And what the falls is, which you gonna get close to the riding that maid of the mist, you're gonna get close to the water. So it still held up well, but I've traveled with both. You don't want to think about your hair when you travel. That's why most of the time we go with the braids. That's why braids are the quintessential I'm going on vacation style. If you want to switch it up a bit, I'm not saying don't do your braids. I'm saying go with your braids if your braids is gonna hold you down. But I'm also saying let's if we want a variety the situation, let's think about a good crochet style. I don't know how a straight hair unit would hold up. You still gotta, probably have your heating tools, all of that. But in Toronto, I didn't feel any type of way. All I did was take that unit off when I needed to take that unit off, and put it on in the morning and just again untwist my leave out, hit the road and still get to explore. So I like to spend my time. I usually am out the door, and y'all seen that in most of my vlogs. I love the solo travel because I don't have to complain with anybody that I start my day at like 8:30. I'll be out the room by 8:30, back in the room by 8:30. So I've had 12 hours to see what I needed to see in the city. And again, I need the least amount of time to get me out that door at 8:30 with my hair. I don't need to be spending no time with my unit. Now, you guys know the whole reason I have this channel is because I was traveling and I needed a style, but I was also traveling to a water destination and I needed an option. And crochet hair became that option back in 2016 when I turned this camera on and was profusing vividly about the great things of crochet hair, water friendliness, crochet hair alone. This is a crochet hair alone category. We know the vibes. We know crochet gonna hold you down in a water situation. My best friend messaged me and my other best friend. The three of us have a group chat. She's taking swim lessons starting February, March time frame. We both, me and my other friend, have taken swim lessons already. And she was like, "What did y'all do with y'all hair?" And I was like, "You must be talking to Jess, not me. You must be talking to Jess because you know what I did with my hair, right? You know, you know about this channel. You know what I did with my hair. You know what I did during them swim lessons." And she's a straight hair natural, so she only wears her hair straight. This is how her hair is 365. Her hair is not curly. She wears crochet hair sometimes, but it's mainly straight hair. And I was like, "Girl, you're not gonna be able to do this, even with the best cap. I would never go swim lessons with this, even if the cap promised you ain't gonna get no water in. I don't trust it. I don't trust it." So I was like, I mean, you're gonna have to bite the bullet and get some crochet hair in. But if you're a straight natural, you're gonna need to find a solution. In crochet hair, I don't even need to find a solution. That's what I do naturally. So it made sense when I'm in any swimming activity to have a crochet hair. It just holds up beautifully if you choose the right hair. Again, going back to that, I'll link up above my swim friendly options. Not every hair is swim approved. With both a wig and your crochet hair, it allows your hair time to rest. Now, with a V part or U part unit, some of your hair is out, but it's only but so much. The majority of your hair is still resting. And I love that. I love letting my hair rest. A lot of people get a lot of flack because we black women, you should be wearing your hair out all the time. I hate women who wear weaves. Like, you'll hear that all the time. The rhetoric is so strong when people are mad that we would prefer to cover this up and let our hair rest. Like doing this, like I love going hair, get my hair done, getting it straight. It was a fun process. Getting my hair done is a self-care for me because I don't do it that often. Again, being a DIY girl, my hair appointments are almost like my massages. For some people, it's like rhythmic, like they do it all the time. For me, it's like a joy. It's like a reprieve. I don't have to do my own hair. I don't have to wash my own hair. I don't have to touch my own hair. For me, this is a situation, but it's not something I could commit to every 2 weeks. Like shout out to you every 2 week girlies out here. But I love seeing it. It's fun. For me, it's a little flat. Like I don't like you guys know how I love the volume with my crochet hair. Seeing me like this is always weird because it's so flat to my face. It gets tiring to me for a bit. That's why I don't do it for too long. With that, I want this to rest. Like this doesn't have to be out. Like I don't need to be afraid of the humidity, the sun, the weather. Like they say a lot about we need to do this with our hair. We need to wear it out more, but they're not the ones taking care of this on a daily basis. Like this looks nice. I love seeing it. It's work. It's work. It's stress. It's wrapping. It's a lot of again worries. Giving this time to rest in both a V-part unit and a crochet situation is just it's chef's kiss. Over manipulation of hair can also cause some damage. Letting it just live, whatever you choose to let it live doing. If you're a habitual silk presser, I know a lot of people who are habitual silk pressers, hair be thriving. Relaxed hair, hair be thriving. Whatever you choose to do, if you have a regimen with it, I think it works. My regimen is just not touching it, and that works for me. The next thing, it allows for temporary changes. And what I mean is, again, this is cute and this is cute. But with crochet hair specifically, V part, I kind of look the same. Like if I put that unit on, I'm looking the same. I'm looking the same. With crochet hair, I'm this today. Last week, I looked like this. Last week, I had black hair. Last week, I was a different person. Before that, I was a different person. Before that, I was a different person. Like, it allows for temporary changes and to see what works best for you. Last year, I did a blonde for the first time in forever. I got so many compliments, like compliments out the wazoo. They were like, "This is your color, girl," and I was like, "Is it? Like, do I need to be a 27 girl? Like, I know I done my hair like a 30. Did I need to dye it at 27? Am I in my Beyonce era? Girl, let me find out. But I got so many compliments. But I allow me to play around with having my hair blonde when I'm not dyeing my own hair blonde. It allowed me last week to have color 2 hair, which is I think my natural hair color. It allowed me to be back in that, but be back like, oh, I like this. I like this color too. Like I like my hair this color too. So again, I get to play around with different styles, different lengths, different colors all the time without having to dye, because I dye this enough. Like this is my dyed hair color, but I only dye it maybe twice a year. Other than that, it's covered and smothered in crochet. The next thing, the accessibility of both products. The accessibility of crochet here, it's everywhere. Some people are like, I can't find it. I'm like, how can you not? You got Amazon, Sam's Beauty online, Elevate Styles, wig types, diva tress, trendy tresses, Wigget. I mean, I can list so many sites. And then walking into a store, Target and Walmart now have crochet hair. The Darling hair, the hair that I tried, I believe it was 2 years ago. I walked into a Walmart and got crochet hair. If you tell me you can't find crochet hair, you actively not trying at this point. You walking around like this. The accessibility of it is strong as opposed to, again, as the accessibility of these stylists. Getting on somebody's books is like playing the Hunger Games. They be like, my book's open on the 15th at 2 p.m. sharp. And so you sitting at home, sometimes the 15th falling, and you at a work meeting. I don't want that anxiety. I don't want that anymore. Again, I have a couple of silk press appointments in January, and then I think I'm gonna make another one in February, end of February. So my last hurrah before we get into like March, and it's done for me. But I'm trying different stylists too. Like I love the one who did my style. I do want to try some variety, but again, these books, getting on these books, understanding these books, reading the rules, terms of service. What can I not do? Can I eat? Okay, what's your address? You're not gonna give me your address till the day of? Are you doing your hair in the house or you not doing hair in the house? Like what's tea? What am I gonna be the third client you working on? We rotating heads? We rotating heads? Like the accessibility of getting this product is just walking into the store as opposed to playing these online shenanigans. Same thing with V part units. It's just going on Amazon. Again, I bought both my units from Amazon 2-day Prime. 2-day prime. Get it, 2 days after I order it, it's in my lap. I had to dye both of my units because my hair, of course, it's the hardest thing. I want to dye my hair back just so that it's not hard when I get a 2 unit. I just want to put a unit on without having to put gloves on and start dyeing and doing all that. That's not the funnest part of this journey. But I will say, getting my hands on these products is so much easier. It's no stress. The next thing, natural appearance. Natural appearance. I got a comment on a vlog I posted where I had my V part unit in, and they were like, if you didn't tell me this was a wig, I would have thought it was your own hair. We like naturalness. I like naturalness. I'm still in a phase where, I don't do full wigs as much because I'm personally self-conscious. As good as I think you can lay the lace, you can blend, you can 360, you can bleach the knots. I still always in real life know it's a wig. Like, I just be knowing it's a wig. And I don't care if people know it's a wig. I don't care if people know it's a wig on me. I don't care if I'm looking at somebody who has a wig on because I know they don't care. But there are some times where I'm like, I just want to pretend. Like, I just want people to really not know it's not my hair. I want to be like, thank you. Thank you very much. Like, I have fooled the masses, and I did that with that V part unit. Same thing goes with crochet. I know crochet is a little different with the natural appearance. I think it's a little more obvious, especially with the knots. You're not fooling most people. However, I did that Tahitian curl that time for Bras Free with a little bit of leave out. And this year, 2024, my plan is to have a little bit more styles with leave outs just to play around with it. So be on the lookout for that. It looked like my hair. You put a picture of me with my wash and go. You put a picture of me with that Tahitian curl. Who's who? Depending on the share you choose, it can look very natural. I do think, if you're up on somebody with crochet hair, most of the times you can see, but you don't need to be that close to me to be able to see. The next thing is the accessibility when it comes to your actual scalp. Letting my scalp breathe is always going to be important to me. I think the breathability of my scalp is what allows my hair to really grow and flourish. What I mean is, with the AV part unit, I be taking that thing off at night. It be whooshing off my head. So my braids are directly breathing. It's back to breathing. I might sometimes go out with Winnie and walk her with my braids still a little bit exposed because my scalp's still getting that vitamin D that it needs. With crochet hair, same thing. There's a little bit of hair covering it, but it's a lot better than if you do a sew in. And sometimes they're using the net more often, which I know is better, but your scalp is not getting that full penetration of anything. Like, the air ain't hitting it. It's trying to go between the little crevices of the net that they use. Or with the wig, again, whole head covered, soaked and covered. They're not making the wigs as breathable as you would like them to do. Crochet hair, your scalp is pretty much totally exposed. Again, you have the hair that's attached to the braid, but for the most part, it ain't attached to the in-between slivers are still my scalp. You guys can see my scalp most of the time, and it's breathing. Same thing goes with easy removal. Now, easy removal, crochet hair is easy for me to remove if I don't cut my own hair, but V part unit even easier to remove. Whoosh, one hand motion, whoosh, removal, whoosh, and again, scalp exposed. Come home, you take your shoes off, you take your bra off, you take your wig off, you done for the day right there. V part units are also easy to wash. Like, if you want to wash your hair, the hair getting a little dirty, you might be smelling a little bit. You take that V part again, whoosh moment, and then I wash the hair. And then the hair's getting its wash. Like, it's off my head. I put it in the sink, put my little shampoo on it, let my conditioner sit. And guess what? The conditioner is sitting in the head, and I'm moving around living my life. Like, I'm deep conditioning my hair without deep conditioning my hair. If you get it, you get it. Like, the hair is deep conditioning. I'll be leaving that deep conditioner on for a while. I'll be running my errands and be like, oh, I'm deep conditioning. Sometimes we put the bag on our head and we deep conditioning. I can deep condition and still be living my life. Crochet hair, not as easy to wash. You can wash it, of course. I have so many videos on how to wash crochet hair, but most of the time you washing it and it's in your head. It's in your head. So all of that is really my rationale why I believe crochet hair and V part units are my style of 2024. That's what you'll see me do both intermittently. Last few years it's been crochet hair, crochet hair, crochet hair only. I decided I do need to switch it up a bit. So if we look at the trajectory of what my 2024 will look like, January, February, of course your girl gonna be silk pressing. Then we gonna get into some Marches, we gonna get into some crochet here. March, April, May, probably some crochet here. Then May, June, July, we're gonna do some wash and goes and some V-part units. Because again, that's when the curliness, I think wash and go season is really the summer for me. So we're gonna do some wash and goes, we're gonna do that V-part. Then about September, we got to get back into crochet here because that is my busiest work season. Even though my job has changed a bit, we'll see if it's still busy. They saying it's not going to be busy anymore. I have a feeling it's going to be busy still. About October, November, we still be riding that crochet hair thing. Typically December, we can start back silk presses again. Like that's my trajectory. I try to plan my hair ahead because again, we don't want any expenses. I want very low coverage. I'm not buying any more crochet hair in 2024. Listen to what I just said. I'm not buying any more crochet hair in 2024. I have what I need here. We have a lot of exciting things that you can see for 2024. I think you're going to be excited about the hair I try. I'm excited about it at least, and that's all that really matters. It's my hair, it's what I want to do, but I think you guys are going to be intrigued in 2024. So if you want to stay locked in, tuned in, and not miss a thing, I do have that subscribe button. Click, smash, and have that notification bell on so you can know when new uploads are coming. We also want you to follow us on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89. I'm saying this now. It's early January as I'm filming this. We're going to be posting more on there. It's going to be some more posts, okay? It's going to be some more stories you don't want to miss. It's going to be some shenanigans going on in TikTok as well. I'm going to film a TikTok, I promise. Right after I turn this camera off, there's going to be a TikTok. And you're going to have missed that if you're not following me on there. So make sure you're following me there. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.